Alright, so today, finally back on time, Friday, 7th of June, 2024, and currently it's 7:39. I believe it's now 7:40 p.m. Right on time tonight. I'm in a good mood. Also, it's also on point. 20,000 steps out of 30K. Didn't hit my goal, but 20,000 is the minimum I set for myself per day, so I did hit it, and without even trying. I actually didn't even until right about now when I was planning to make the video. So pretty awesome. um, let's do my weight check quick as early. I don't want to give myself any excuse to be late again. So 70 73.8 increased a bit, but it's because I had a late dinner tonight. I usually have it before 6, but today uh, couldn't help it, I guess. I had it a bit late, got a bit late in the evening, but that's alright. Sometimes it's okay. So, also watching an amazing podcast. This is the one I was watching. I was planning to watch this next, but I'll watch it tomorrow. So this one, the only proven way to lose weight fast. I don't even remember. This is the podcast from Diary of a CEO. It's a recent one. I believe a month back. The glucose expert, the only proven way to lose weight fast, calorie counting is a load of BS. So I didn't even get his name. The full podcast, and it's great. Though the titles and stuff, obviously they pick clickbaity stuff, but it's legit. Contrasting to how that clickbaity title sounds. But yeah, that it is part of the conversation, but it's very clickbaity the way they titled it. But that's it. The podcast is legit as usual. Diary of a CEO Steven does a great job. So actually, funny thing is, I went through the whole podcast and I got most of the message and the stuff. He's speaking about how calories is bullshit. I think I've heard similar stuff from a lot of people. So like that, there's a difference, and there's a huge fucking difference between glucose and fructose. That was one of the main stuff I got out of the podcast for the health side. Though the main stuff I got is a different thing, but I'll mention it at the end. So that's the most important stuff I got out of it. There's a huge difference between glucose and fructose, and just because something says it's like it doesn't have sugar but it has fructose or whatever, doesn't make it like less poisonous. It might be less poisonous, but it's still poison. So, and he found a great example of how he put it, like how many of these products, ultra processed products and stuff, even supplements, like a lot of times they say it's no sugar and all that stuff, and then even if there's a bit of sugar, they'll say we added a lot of vitamins and nutrients and stuff, which is great. The vitamins are great, but since they added the poison, doesn't remove, adding the vitamins doesn't remove the poison. So I think the example he said was like poison A plus nutrients B doesn't remove poison A, which is solid. Oh no, he used like poison A plus what was that? Antidote B. Poison A plus antidote B does not remove, does not give the same benefits as antidote A. So yeah, made the point pretty clear, and that's why we should avoid as much as possible ultra processed. But if possible, avoid everything. But obviously, it's often not possible. So you have to cut it slowly. I've cut a lot of it. Only once in a while I snack, which is the only processed food I get. And the only processed food I was consuming on a bit of a regular basis was whey protein, which I'm not sure if it comes under ultra processed food. But I've also left that as well right now. So yeah, literally I'm not eating any processed food right now, which is freaking great, I think. Yeah, I can't think of anything The only produced kind of food I'm having right now is honey. It's a bit filtered one. It's not the like thick natural honey. It's hard to get that. It's expensive as well, and I don't have much access to it right now with my current budget as well. It's a bit of a it's quite expensive, like raw honey. People, we do get it, but it's very expensive and it's not always available. We'll have to go find it specifically from certain marketplaces. And yeah, that's the only processed thing I have. Maybe if you count oats, like I have the basic Quaker oats, which is like no process, no sugar, nothing. It's just the basic. What was the term? I forget. Yeah, oats and honey are the only packaged food I have. Other than that, it's like from morning to daytime. My usual meals are like rice, uh, white rice with some veggies, uh, pulses like dal. It's more specifically the moong dal, the orange, not orange. It's like yellowish. Uh, that's one something I usually have more often than anything. Then eggs. That's pretty much my morning meal, and then well, I think the cold is. I don't know what is. Something is triggering me. Anyways, so not a good look considering I'm talking about food and stuff. So yeah, rice with some veggies and pulses along with my 7 eggs in the morning. 6 to 7 I usually have with boiled eggs, and then oats, coffee, honey, and milk. That's usually what I have in combination. I soak it for a few hours and have it around afternoon, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then right now I'm having chicken, or I'll throw in some fish. So the only processed packaged food I'm having throughout the day on a daily basis is a bit of oil, something I'll use to fry whatever, the chicken or whatever, and honey and oats. That's it. Yeah, I'm pretty clean right now. So that's good. So yeah, that's the one best stuff I got from this whole podcast. That I kind of knew it because I've heard it similarly, but hearing it from someone credible, an actual scientist who did lots of research, and he has like 20 plus years of experience, and he's working specifically on that. So it gives me more assurance that what I was doing, what I was trying to do was right, and I should be more strict with myself and the people who will listen to me, people around me. So yeah, but the best stuff, like the most memorable thing I got from him was actually towards the very end, where he said, where he was asked a question, according to the tradition of Diary of a CEO, about what his question was, what would you tell yourself like 20 years back? No, it wasn't like 20-year old you, the young you. What would you tell him, or what would you want him to know that you know now, and that you feel you should have would have made your life a lot better if you had known back then? And he says, like with a pause, and that was a great delivery. He probably thought about it, but it came out very nice. And he said, like to have to know that he didn't have to please everyone, and that's something amazing, because that's something I've also learned pretty late. I mean, I'm 31 now, and I've learned it somewhere around 28 when I started this whole self-improvement journey. And mine was more of a case of like, I've had enough and I need to just shake things up and flip the table upside down if I want to change my life. And I kind of couldn't afford to care about what people would think of me and the things I'll do to change my life. So it wasn't like a well motivated one. I somehow ended up doing it because I had to. I couldn't afford to please everyone and still, start picking up the pieces. That was my life. I'm still picking up the pieces. I'm still far from like in a good starting point. Even now I have still a lot of areas I need to fix, but I'm a lot better from when I was back then, and I'm a lot better from when I was my whole life. So yeah, that's a great one. And he spoke about how like the courage, to have courage to be disliked, and that's something I had to acquire just doing this YouTube stuff as well, because I'm showing my more raw self here. I'm not filtering it. Plus, I'm lazy as fuck. So, like, I'm not even editing and shit. So, this is my real self. Just talking, just trying to get better at doing, just talking in front of the camera, whether I get viewers or not. Like, I think the last 100 videos of mine, the first 50 videos, for whatever reason, were getting some views. Maybe some people were watching it, but uh, the, the next, like, now it's almost 190, almost 200 videos in, and the last 100 or so videos, there most of the videos are 0 views, and I get that. Like, I'm not giving anything here on this video, it's just daily vlog, but still, yeah, it's not the best encouraging thing to see your videos, like hundreds of your videos with 0 views. But that's life, I suppose, since I'm not giving much value. um, Makes sense, but still, yeah. So this has taught me a lot about, like, doing, you do you, like, don't be too worried about people like seeing it, people liking it or not. Whatever you do, you, what you are capable of. And currently this is all I'm capable of. Obviously I can get better, I can learn to edit and all that stuff, but with my life at my current situation, I just don't want to put extra pressure on myself, and I just keep doing this and get better at just talking in front of the camera, no edits, raw talk. And eventually, like, I can get to a place where I'm completely confident, and also I can learn to edit when I have the appropriate time as well. So yeah, step by step process, taking it easy, not putting too much pressure on myself. And yeah, that's the best thing I got from the podcast as well. And I don't know why my nose just got triggered. Maybe it's the dust. I don't know what's. Maybe I will need to dust my room again. Not sure what's triggering me. I get triggered very easily with like air pollutant kind of thing, and something is the issue. I need to maybe air out my room a bit before I hit the bed. So, anyways, yeah, I'll be late again if I talk too much. So that's it. Went for a run today as well. This week my mileage will definitely be up. I've been doing about 30 kilometer the last 2 weeks. This week I'll try to up to at least tomorrow. If I do, it will get to 40. Yeah, 40 is if I run on Sunday, but I'll have to see how I'll feel on Sunday. So at least 40 this week, and next week 50, and eventually to back to my 60 where I left off almost last year. So yeah, that's it. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. All right.